Hello, what's up everyone, this is Ants Portugal here, and today I'm going to start the first of 2 or 3 videos that will be coming off probably this week. I hope I'll try to do it this week. And in these videos, I'll be showing you my ant colony collection. All of my ant colonies, all the ones that I currently keep, and that's just because I want these colonies that are mine to become our colonies, and I want to share everything that I do from here on out on YouTube. So I'll start this, I guess, series, but not really, with a little bit of a talk to you, because I need you to understand where I am in the hobby right now. So first of all, I have kept a great number of ant colonies and ant species, and I have kept great ant colonies, meaning ant colonies that got to really big numbers, or that I got at really big numbers and I took care of. Now, once I decided to move my collection to the garage, I downgraded and sort of ethically got rid of everything that I kept and just downgraded to nothing. So I started from scratch, and now I have sort of, since this summer, I have built up a small collection of just small colonies, and these colonies will be growing with the channel. They'll be growing, and you will be watching the process and the updates, whether they go well or wrong, whether a colony succeeds or fails, whether a colony thrives or dies. And if I get a new colony or I catch a new queen, you'll be updated on those ones, and you'll be following their steps along the way. Now, I know, especially when the colonies are tiny, this does not give a lot of update videos, but that is why I have the Ant Care Species Guide series and other series that I may come up with in the future. So I only have this small species because I want to start again, and I want to start again with a YouTube channel to go with it, to share my hobby with everyone I can reach, and that is why I have this YouTube channel now. Okay, that's where I am at, and I hope you understand it. I hope you actually enjoy this position, because I think this is like the best position that I could possibly be in to start a YouTube channel. And the colonies will grow, and I'll get new ones and new queens eventually, probably, I hope sooner than later. And first of all, I have to give you the baseline. And the baseline is how the colonies are today. So I'll show them all to you. I only have images because my editing software does not accept the videos I make on my phone, and my camera is a normal camera. I do not have a macro lens, so I cannot take close-up shots or videos of my ants. My phone does a better job at that, and my computer, my editing program does not accept the videos from my phone. When I have a better way to edit the videos, or a better way to transfer a video, I will give you videos on every single one of my ant colonies, probably the next update, since the next update on everyone will take a while because the colonies are very small and slow growing. So let's start us off with the most iconic species in my collection right now, which is 5 different colonies of the same species, which is, you may have guessed it if you saw the amount of views in my videos, it's Mesobarbarus. The only ant that I would consider myself to be an expert on is Mesobarbarus. This species is very common in Portugal. It was the first species I have ever kept. It was the first species of ant I have ever known the name of, and it's the only species that I have had one colony since I started ant keeping. I have never had any window of time in the hobby where I did not have at least one Mesobarbarus colony under my care. So I'm pretty confident that I can get a lot of these colonies to grow. I won't keep 5 huge colonies if they get to huge numbers, but I have 5 because I caught many queens, and I want to make sure that I have at least one that grows to great numbers. So you'll be seeing images of all of them right now. Yeah, I've explained why only images. And to start us off, I have here a colony that is currently kept in a test tube. I will start by doing the test tube setup once. So the first one you'll see is a queen with 4 workers. These photos were all took the day before I am recording this, so I can give you a little bit of an update. These guys have 1 more worker. They have 5 now, and they have eaten 1 seed, and they eat the periodic mealworm, as you can see a piece of it right in there in the second photo. These guys are doing really well, but they have only started to have offspring now, which in the wild would mean death, because now is winter time. Of course, in captivity, since I keep them in a heated room, it's okay for them to start now. It's normal, and they'll maybe thrive. This other queen that you see right here has not yet laid any eggs. I caught all of these Master Barbarous queens in October, I think, because it's when their mating flights happen. And this queen, especially, I don't know if you can see it very well from the images, but she has a red head, which would mean, if you watch my Master Barbarous species guide, that every single ant worker of hers would have a red head, which would be really awesome. But I'm very confident in the fact that she is not fertilized. She does not have wings, but she has not laid a single egg yet. I have moved her to and into about 3 different test tube setups, so she has had all the differences in humidity she could need, and she has not done well in any of them. So I'm feeding her, and I'm hoping she might still someday lay some eggs, but probably she won't. This other queen that you're seeing right here, in these pictures she has only 1 worker. No, actually she has 2, it's 1 behind her abdomen. And now she has 4. You can see a little brown pupae from yesterday. They have hatched during the night, and they have eaten, and this colony has started to eat mealworms quite recently, and they are just like the first ones, too late if it were in the wild, but in captivity they're just now starting a grind up to great numbers of ant colonies. Now mind, although you see a difference in worker numbers, all these queens were caught in a window of like 2 days, maybe 3. They were very close to each other, and this is one of the reasons why catching queens is ethical, because in the wild they have a very low chance of actually succeeding in raising a colony. In captivity they have a much bigger rate. Now the next one is a colony that is kept in this test and tube setup. The one test tube that they are living in is dried up, and they have not moved because they don't want to. They have access to the tube on the top, and the tube on the top is filled with water. They drink from it, they don't use it. It's okay, I'll let them choose. Now this colony has, I'd say, about 20 workers. They have a little groove under the cotton, so the queen hides and the brood is all in there, pushed inside. They are doing really well, and they are going very fast in numbers. They eat a steady diet of seeds, mostly grass seeds, and little mealworm cut up pieces. These ants are doing really fantastic, and I give them just enough space as they would need. And this is important because one of the things I find with Master Barbarous is that they can really manage a big setup. You know, normally you want to confine them to as little space as you possibly can without stressing them out, because it's easier for them to manage and not to dirty out their nest. But I find that Master Barbarous are very keen on cleaning up nest chambers to utilize them, even if they were previously garbage chambers. And an example of that is this other colony that has about 10 to 15, workers. they really get stressed out due to vibrations, these species, so it's very hard to count them, because if I touch the setup, they sprint around so much. Now, as you can see, they have some trash piles here and there and some seed storages, but inclusive that trash pile is right where they nest, and they move it around from time to time, and they can always remove it when I connect an outworld to this nest. I haven't done it yet, but I will soon. I'll probably demonstrate how to build a certain type of outworld, and I use it on this one. I'm holding some stuff up because of two main reasons. One would be the colony is still too small, and this one is actually also that. And the other reason would be I want to do a video on how to make or how to do this or that. And this is also a reason for it, because I could just do a video and connect an outward and I would manage it, but I don't want to yet, because although they can manage some room, I'm not confident in them managing that much room, because it will be harder on me especially. Now, moving on to the last genus that we will cover in today's video. I've covered the two most numerous genus today because I just wanted to give you the talk that I gave you in the beginning, and then to just show you some of the most numerous colonies that I have first. So this is a Camponotus species. This is Camponotus barbaricus. This is the second species I have ever made a video on, and they are doing really well. They have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and probably one in the outside, because last time I counted there was 9. Yep, there's one outside. It's 9 workers and a healthy pile of broods and a very fat happy queen that never leaves that spot. They live in a test and tube setup, just like the second last Mesobarbarus. They have a little sugar honey water cup available for them at the moment of these pictures, and they have a little mealworm cut up piece, and they're doing really well. They are very skittish. When I open the nest, they are always sprinting around, so it's very hard for me to take a good photo of them outside. Also, they live in a test tube that is old, so it's a little bit scratched up, and you cannot see through it very well. But once they grow big, because Camponotus barbaricus doesn't grow that slow for a temperate Camponotus, they'll have a bigger setup, and I'll provide much better view into the nest, because I find that Camponotus nests are very interesting to watch due to how big the brood and the workers are. So I'll definitely make sure that they have a big window into the nest when I give them a bigger setup. This one is also Camponotus. I have caught the queen myself, just like all the Mesor queens, and I have no idea what this species is. What I know is that it is from Portugal. It exists in the center region of Portugal. I caught it in Lisbon. And also, they can actually extend their gasters to a tremendous amount. I mean, have you seen the queen there? The queen has an extended gaster. All the workers have an extended gaster. And when they drink honey, all of them just inflate a little bit more. They have what is called repletes. It's sort of like how honey potents do, but just to a smaller scale compared to body size. These guys are growing really slowly. They have only 3 workers now, and they have been growing really, really steadily, but slowly. I have no idea of the species, and I've fed them constantly to keep them moving and to keep them growing. They have a very small pile of brood, and they don't even have any pupae at the moment. So they have been very small growing, but we'll see where they lead to. They're in a test tubs and tubes setup, as Ancestry would put it, and they are doing great for the moment, and for a small colony, slow growing one. These guys, I have also caught them Oh, I've got the queen here in Lisbon, Portugal, and I do think it's a different species because although they are both Camponotus and they are both basically the same size, this one does not show the ease to augment their gasters that the other species does, and also these guys have a much slender head on the queen and a much slender frame overall in the worker. This one has only one worker and she lives in this Ants Canada connector hub connected to a test tube thing that I wanted to do because I wanted to try this out, and I had one of these Ants Canada products left over and I tried it. It's hard to clean, but it's overall a great space for this queen and young worker. They're growing very, very slowly, just like the other Camponotus, and they are doing great despite the slow growth. But that slow growth is normal in Camponotus. My Camponotus barbaricus is abnormally fast at growing, I think, because it's not normal. This girl right here that you're seeing, she is gorgeous. She is in an old test tube, so you cannot see quite well, but she is orange, yellow, and black. She is the most beautiful queen I have ever seen. She is a queen that is from Sri Lanka. She's definitely Camponotus, and she did not lay any eggs for, I'd say, 4 months. As you can see, she has wings, and I thought she wasn't fertile, or at least she had not been fertilized. But then I decided, okay, this queen is probably not going to give me a colony, but she's gorgeous, I'll feed her, try to see if I can keep her alive a little longer. I fed her, and the very next day she laid 2 eggs. Next day she laid 2 more, and she's been laying, and she's been growing a little pile of eggs constantly for about 2 weeks now. The eggs are a little bit scattered around. Some of them are in little piles, some of them are just hanging around somewhere in the nest, in the test tube. And I don't know if this is a sign that the eggs are not fertilized. I hope it's not, because this is the most gorgeous species of Camponotus I have ever seen. I don't know the species, but the queen, if the workers inherit the same color pattern, they will be the most gorgeous species of Camponotus I have ever seen. And this is my opinion, of course, but they are admittedly beautiful, at least. Now, this is the video for today. I have a lot more colonies. I have Phaidole, Polyrhachis, Pristomyrmex, I have some Chromatogaster, I have a lot of stuff to show you, but I'll do that in either 1 or 2 more videos that probably will be coming up this week. I'll be recording them following this one, and I'll be posting them as soon as I can edit them to try to make this week the giving you a baseline on my colonies week. Alright? So I hope you liked it. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Leave a comment if you have anything to add or to ask, because this is me video, so you probably have some stuff to ask me. Ask away, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share this video with everyone that you can to get my channel to grow, and thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. I hope it's soon. Bye bye.